Hi everybody, welcome back to the stream. I am Lone Wolf, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, I'm Lone Cerberus. So yesterday we started exploring Forlorn Muskeg, and that is what we're going to carry on doing today. Hopefully getting all the places for Faithful Cartographer. Not only that, but also getting the Polaroids and some of the cairns as well. Right, let's pull up survival mode and resume. Now, Hinterland released a developer's diary earlier on today. I know some people won't have got it yet, but they've listed some interesting things, and one of those things I will talk about at some point during the stream. So, but let's get into the game first. Right. Okay, sun's going down. Right, I'm still looking for these Polaroids. Just been to the low blind. Ah, there's an abandoned camp there. And I bet this is where the other one is.
Getting a bit thirsty.
So push that back. Half-buried trail boots. I didn't mean to do that, but hey ho. Okay, so I've missed the I should be looking in the bear cave around here. Ideally, also be looking from between here and the low blind. Just keep looking. I'm going to drop some of my stuff here because obviously I'm going to be coming back this way anyway. Right, so there should be a bear cave south of Broken Railroad. And the Polaroid's in, and the sun's just about to go down. Should have just enough time to go and find this bear cave, which I should imagine will be up on the ridge somewhere. I'll have a look anyway. Okay, keep searching. Ooh. Let's stop yawning. Let's keep searching for this bear cave. It's supposed to be south of the broken railroad. Just gonna check over here. I don't think it's here at all. I'm just checking, just in case I'm wrong, because we know I've been wrong in the past. Like I say, I'm more convinced that it's actually up there somewhere. This bear cave. I wish I'd known about this game before. I wish I'd known about this game during Kickstarter, because I really would have backed this. And I would have got a can named after me as well. Stop yawning, anybody would think you were tired. And there's the other shortwave radio tower that we need to mark off. Just spawned in the distance there. Actually, do need to go up there. Need to go up there. Need to go up to Marsh Ridge. Missed the area that I needed to go up. Okay, I'm quickly losing the light, but I should have enough to find this bear cave, check it, and then make my way back. Definitely south of the broken railroad entrance. Okay. Can't find this bear cave that they're on about. So perhaps for this one it doesn't exist. Let's go back to the abandoned camp. Still keeping an eye out for anything that looks remotely usable. The real shelter anywhere nearby is the low blind, and of course I can't use the low blind with a fire. I thought that was something, but it's not. That's okay. Excellent. Excellent. Right. Get some butter on the go. Oh, that's my footprints. Okay. Wondered what that was then. Right. Ooh, yeah, 850 calories. Yeah. We'll have that. Crap, that's not a good sign. The cloud down, that meant it was a relatively calm winds. Relatively speaking. It was clear sky, it means that the wind keeping the wind's keeping the cloud away at bay. Shit. Damn it.
The pack is getting too heavy to carry.
And I've kind of thrown my sleep pattern out as well. Shit. Right. What's the next place to look for the Polaroid? Oh, Marsh Ridge. In fact, I think that's the last place to look. Looked at. Oh no, I've got the high blind to look at. Marsh Ridge. Oh, the high blind's going to be fun to get to. Because the high blind is always fun to get to. Hear crows, and we know what crows mean. climbing point, but have they helpfully left a rope? No, of course not. I think I've got enough fuel for now. Find all the cans as well. Now there is a dead there's a carcass out there. But to get it, you've got to be real bloody careful. One here as well. I will certainly take it. Finish off the book. I've just tripped over into level 4 expert on rifle firearms. So, we're an expert in rifle firearms. You've developed a strong feeling for the rifle, your shots hit more often, and you take down your targets more reliably. It is your constant companion. Damage increased by 10%, accuracy range increased by 30%, critical hit range increased by 20%, 4 condition per repair action. The irony of that is this one, accuracy range increased by 30%. The rifle it's based on, which is the Lee Enfield Mark 3 or Mark 4, they were accurate. They were accurate anyway. I'm not going to go into and I don't want anybody going into the debate about the Mausers being stronger and more accurate and all this. We're talking overall, their accuracy was good. And they had a fair old range on them as well. I think, if I remember rightly reading somewhere, they had maximum accurate range of 900 yards, over 900 yards. Which isn't bad, really, considering. Excellent. That means I can carry more stuff, or carry more weight. We has a person. Okie dokie. So now we know who brought down that deer that we just feasted on. Was that person there? So we keep pushing up here. Now this ahead of us is the only waterfall in the area, I'm sure it is. Yeah. Make sure that's marked off. Yeah, only 4 more to go. Hat Creek. Waterfall, yep, okay. So Marsh Ridge, which we're going to. Poacher's Camp. That's on the railway track. Last Shortwave Tower and to Mountain Town. We'll get at least 2 of them. We should get all 4 of them today. The hardest ones to find is always going to be the Cairns. Not necessarily buffer memories. So there's 5. There's 5 in Mystery Lake, or at least if I'm counting that right, there's 5 in Mystery Lake. I suppose the majority of them would be in the dam. Right. I don't think there are many options in terms of getting lost in this cave. I think there's only the one route through. Unless I've got turned around somewhere. It should be coming out on Marsh Ridge. That should be the exit to Marsh Ridge ahead of us. Marsh Ridge marked off. Sometimes there is a corpse up here. A dead thing. Be it a deer or a person. There's no crows, so I'm going to take the bigger likelihood that there's nothing up here. And there isn't. There is down there. Now this outcrop here leads to Mountain Town. Now I might be a bit encumbered. Too over encumbered to climb. Okay, and that is the ridge into Mountain Town. Mountain Town, Milton. Right. Could be looking in here for. Right. Just take that. Don't like snares. Right. So it's not in here, which means
Barely walk with this much gear.
it's either in the bunkhouses, the high blind, or a Mr. Plastic container at the old Spence mansion. If we're this close, we might as well search it. And still that body doesn't show up. Very strange. Right, make our way to the ridge itself, to the actual overhanging ridge. See if there's any extra resources there. If not, go and camp out in the cave. Yeah, there's deer over there as well. We'll go and harvest that. Suppose we better think about picking up some firewood as well. Shtick. Shtick. I was about to say where that deer carcass gone. Ooh, that's quite a lot of meat. Normally the maximum you get from deer carcasses, if you haven't shot them yourself, is no more than about 1.8, 1.9 kilos. Right, now I've got to find my way back to the cave entrance, which I think is just up here. Yep, there it is. I should only have two left. 2 spots left. Yeah. Shortwave Tower and Poacher's Camp. Now I did know a shortcut to the Poacher's Camp from the Shortwave Tower, but I'm going to have to complete the map. With the sun going down as well. I'm going to need a drink in a minute. Just lost my placement there. Right. No, I don't want to put the coal on. Stupid fucking thing. Notification popping up trying to tell me something. I really want to know.
Pack is getting too heavy to carry.
While I've got water on the go, I've already finished that one. Yeah, of course, because I'm level 5 on carcass harvesting, aren't I? Yes, right. Firestone level 4. Sleep. Exactly 54 kilos. should be us nearly through. It is. Can stick into the leftmost area to begin with. Just pushing back. Is that a new cave? No. Okay. Or is it? No, because that's the one onto Marsh Ridge. No, no, it's not. Still got to get across to the high blind to check for the Polaroid there. Right now, however, I need a drink. Need a drink. Mark off the shortwave tower. I'm going to mark off the shortwave tower and then I'm going to go and get myself. Oh no. A drink. There's a person there. Frozen body. Right, there's a shortwave tower. Nothing. 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 Right. Let's do this before the blizzard closes in. Boom! Opens all that up, so we've got backpack there, deer carcass there that we need to look at. There's another cave. Also, you've got the poacher's camp there as well. Backpack. I don't think it will come down to. No, it won't. So, well, that's unusual. High blind's not marked on there. So there's still areas that I've got to check, as you can see. We're currently here. Deer carcass and backpack there that I need to check out. Deer carcass there. That's a good old cave. Frozen carcass there. Deer carcass there. Obviously, you need to get to here as well. That's the poacher's camp. Deer carcass. Deer carcass. And then the hive lines tucked away in here that I need to get to as well. And that is why I have brought the paint. That should come to life with the. That should come to life with an aurora. An aurora. Now I'm going to finish the game slightly early today because I want to talk about the latest development diary, or the latest dev's diary for this, because there's a couple of interesting things, a few interesting things that they put on there. Yeah, I just want to give my opinion about them. It doesn't make it fact. I just want to give an opinion. Yeah, I know reclaimed wood's not the best stuff, but 'tis better than nothing. Alright. Done that. Should take us. Oh, so close. Right, I'm going to go and grab myself a quick drink.
is setting. I'm getting up colder soon.
Right. And I'm back. Have I got anything I need to cook? I might as well leave those energy bars up here. Oh yes, I've got stuff to cook. Just get on that on the go then. This feels like it's going to turn into a blizzard. They don't want it turning into a blizzard. It's the wind. Yeah, this is going to become a blizzard. So I'm going to have to be very careful. Well, I was going to say I'll be very lucky if the fire's still lit. Let's use the coal because right now gotta fix this stuff. Gotta fix this stuff because otherwise that's, yeah. Hey Long Dark Forever, how you doing? course the fire's now gone out. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I think we all get to a point where our backs start bothering us. I know I've had back issues for a long time now. Right. Now I was going to, I'm gonna ditch those. I'm gonna ditch them just because. Right. Okay, can't really see what I'm doing, so let's go back down to where I was camping. Yeah, I know I've mentioned my back more times than I care to remember on stream. So, right, okay. Tell you what, rather than waste the time, read that one's of no use.
New day is dawning.
Okie dokie. I don't know if you've seen the latest Dev's Diary, but it's kind of interesting and it's a little bit sad. This run, I am currently 100 and I think it's just under 100, 200 days in. Yeah, literally 198, 199 days in. So, and I'm still just building up my, the character's stats. Yeah, it's a couple of interesting things in the latest Dev's Diary. One of them's quite ironic because I'd actually decided to do something that they mentioned. Well, not in the Dev's Diary. Something they gave an option on the survey that they took. There's quite a few actually. Quite a few options on there that are very interesting. They mentioned that, yeah. They mentioned they might, after they've published episode 5, after they've published episode 5, they're looking at doing a Long Dark 2. But it's just one of those, they're just putting their feelers out, just seeing whether that would work or not. Personally, I think it would.
This stuff will come in handy.
Yeah, that's one that's useless. Just that. Yeah, it's that one. It's that one. Right. Something they've again, something they ask on the survey. Would you like multiplayer? And in this case, they say cooperative multiplayer. Yep. That's what I would like as well. One of the options I thought would be really interesting, because I can see them implementing that quite well. Whether they'd be able to do with current technology or not is a different matter, or with the program they have. They're talking about VR as well. Well, one of the questions: would you like to see us do it in VR? I think that would be an interesting option. Character customization as well. Yeah. In VR, this would be amazing. Especially if you could set it up. So, like, the environment would actually affect you as well. So, like, you're in almost like you're in a climate suit. No, that'd be pushing the technology too far, but yeah, the more I think about it though, this in VR would be amazing. People actually doing archery and aiming the rifle and the revolver. Actually fighting off bear and wolf attacks. If that was the case, I would actually leave bear and wolf attacks on. Yeah, it's good. It's like I say, it's also a bit sad in that they're saying that after episode 5 they're just going to wind everything back, which is understandable. We're also talking about more DLC, but have it paid DLC for the, which, to be fair to them, provided they priced it right, I'd still buy it. Modding would be good, yeah. The thing I always find with modding is you've got to get it right. Because there's some absolutely phenomenal mods out there for different games. And then there's people that go, and there's people that don't know how to mod and just think a good mod is putting as many enemies in a given area or as many problems in a given area at once. Like, for example, we're in Forlorn Muskeg at the moment. Somebody would, just because they didn't know how to balance something, somebody would put every single piece of ice as breakable, so you couldn't actually step on it without actually having you make go too far one way or too far the other way. I mean, I immediately go back to modding. I immediately go back to Resident Evil. I know that one of the most modded games is the Skyrim series and the Fallout series, but I haven't played them. So for me, my fallback is Resident Evil, and some of the mods you see are absolutely amazing, and they are so good that they actually deserve to be part of the Resident Evil canon. I mean, my immediate go-to is a mod called Marvin's Mod. Is it Marvin's Mod? I can't remember what it's called, but it's that good that it could actually be part of the Resident Evil story. And then there's others where somebody's idea of modding something is to put 6 or 7 nemesis in an area that you just can't escape from. And you're just thinking, you really should learn how to mod. And then there's mods that actually fix the game properly, and again, they deserve a lot of credit. And for this, I've gone to one of the other series. I don't think I've played it on stream ever, but it's one that I do want to play, or I will be playing at some point, because the second, it's actually the fourth, but the second game is coming out at some point this year, and that is the Stalker series. The vanilla Stalker series is good, but there are parts of it that are broken, and they needed modding to make it playable. Not so much playable in the original Ukrainian Russian version, but playable in every other country. And there's also the mod that I downloaded also made the textures better, made the AI better, but you know, it's one of those things. You've got to get the mod right, otherwise people will just ridicule you. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I should imagine it'd be the same. wouldn't surprise me. And give Hinterland their dues. Yeah, there are things that could be improved, but what they have done is phenomenal game. Is a phenomenal game, and I've got no problem with them being overprotective. Well, not even overprotective, being protective of their baby. Because let's face it, when people did survival games before, it was usually survival horror. So this is just, oh yeah, totally agree with you on that one. But again, as they say in the dev diary, for some of the improvements to be made, they'd need to go back and essentially start the game again. Which, yeah, obviously they're not going to do. I mean, they've been at it, what, 7 years? I can understand them not wanting to go back. Yes, absolutely. And again, if The Long Dark 2, and I'm saying this now, if The Long Dark 2 was just a re-release of The Long Dark with all the improvements, I for one would not complain. Now then, what are you crows circling? Oh yeah, definitely. Ah, there you are. I think a lot of people would end up crying, or at least moaning, if they got rid of Coastal Highway. Let's face it, if you get, once you're in Coastal Highway, it's quite easy to survive. That there in Mountain Town, town of Milton, harder to survive at Milton. It's not hard. Actually, that's the wrong way of putting it. Coastal Highway and Milton are two of the easier places to survive. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think if you were to ask most people who play this, Coastal Highway would be their favourite place. But they couldn't really say that there was a bad area, or an area where they didn't want to be. I suppose if you really pushed it, and really pushed people to say what would be the quote-unquote worst area, it would either be Forlorn Muskeg or... Yeah, I have. The only one I haven't really spent a lot of time in is Hushed River Valley. But that's something I intend to change on this run. Yeah, exactly. Forlorn Muskeg's my least... Well, I'll say Forlorn Muskeg. I'm going to put Forlorn Muskeg as my least favourite. But I'm going to put, beside that, Hushed River Valley purely and utterly because I've only explored it once and I cannot remember my way around it. But yeah, Forlorn Muskeg. Yeah, oh, tell me about it. I got lost in Hushed River Valley so easily. And I did eventually find the special sparkly light blue cave. Yeah. Yes, you play this game enough, you end up knowing the areas like the back of your hand, and you even end up knowing the shortcuts. I remember ages ago, I can't remember whether I streamed it or not, but I was doing a long dark stream, and I was starting a character, and I was waffling away as I do, and there were a couple of people in stream that said, right, let's get started. So I got started and did the usual opening, and I opened up and I turned around and went, oh, where am I? And I must have taken about 2 or 3 footsteps, and I went, oh, I'm in Pleasant Valley, I know exactly where I am. And I must have turned, couldn't have been, I just turned and I headed for the Hilltop Cave, and the people in the stream were like, how the hell did you know where you were? So when you play the game enough, you kind of know where you are. It's the back of your hand thing. So I'm there. Right. Get down to broken rail. I'm gonna get down to the railroad. I'm gonna drop off a load of this kit because I am. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I did have a funny moment yesterday, actually. When I got into the Forlorn Muskeg, I came in from Mystery Lake, got to the end of the barricade and turned left, started heading towards the bunkhouses and Spence family, the homestead. And for some reason, I don't know why, in my head I had it that I was heading north on the map, and every time I mapped the area, it was heading south, and I was like, that's not right. That's not right. That I'm heading north. And then it just suddenly dawned on me that I turned left and not right. Yeah. And the thing is like, if you know where you are in a blizzard, you know the rough direction as well to head. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, going back to Dev's diary, just briefly, they had an interesting. Yeah, I can. And if they do multiplayer, that would be fantastic, because I think we would work really well together. But yeah, just going back quickly to the Dev's diary, the one thing that they did say, the one thing they did put on the survey was, would you like to see them develop a board game version of The Long Dark? And I had to laugh, because during first lockdown, I actually developed a board game. Not that I'm a board game creator or anything, but I developed my own board game version of The Long Dark. And so I was thinking, when I read that, I thought, I'll ask my friends who I sent the prototypes to, if they've still got them. So I don't even know if they played them, because I mean, I sent them out. I said, look, I sent a couple of people these prototypes. I said, look, play them, and then let me know if there's any issues you can think of. And they never got back to me, so I'm assuming they never played them. So yeah. I mean, it's, if you've played The Long Dark and then you played this board game, you'd be able to tell. You'd be able to tell it was based off The Long Dark. The only difference is, I mean, I called it 100 days. The idea being that you go around the board 100 times to simulate 100 days, and then you get rescued, or you die and you fail the game, or you lose the game. But I don't. In my mind, it was well balanced. But of course, that's why you send it out. You send it out so it's prototyped, and then people say, well, this bit's not balanced, this could be done with changing. So, but what I might do is, if I can, yeah, actually that would work. If I could get some people to maybe play it over Discord. But then again, I could send the idea off to Hinterland and say, you know, I've already done some preliminary work for you. Yep. Yeah. So I had location areas, the predator cards. Predator cards I did as hazards. So you drew a hazard on each day, and you had to work out whether you had to roll to see whether you were going to avoid the hazards or not. Yeah. And thank you very much for the raid, Revangeline. And thank you for the follow, Raven Wolf. Hello, Raiders. Yeah, I mean, if I get the prototypes back, then I'll do a stream on it. Hopefully, Hinterland won't then come along and claim it as theirs. Game's going well, Revangeline. It's just saying I'm on 200 days now. Okay. So you've been listening to me waffle, basically. Just waffling on. Right. Can't move. Drop a load of kit here. That's ruined. That's on 2%. Okay. Actually, I'm going to strip that down. But yeah, the game's going well. What my stats at the moment? Everything apart from archery is on at least 3. Got a lot of surveyed locations. So yeah, it's all going well. Just plodding along. Getting there, I suppose. Right. Let's drop that. No point in carrying. No point in carrying that around. Or that. I will tidy up after myself. But right now I need to get to Poacher's Camp. So I can have a good rest. That'd be something for the devs to do as well. Anything light, if you leave it out in the wind, it gets blown away. Like feathers. Right. Let's get to the Poacher's Camp. Can't run because I'm tired. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So once you pick them up, if you put them down, and the wind picks up, then blows it out of the way. Looks like we're in for an Aurora. That'd be an awesome way to finish the stream. Yeah. 50 stones. I was going to create a load of caches, but 50 stones is too much. Come on. Gotta have an aurora. It's perfect sky. Yeah, I think so too. The other thing I think people would use more, because obviously there's now an achievement for it, is coffee. If coffee gave you a few more calories, I think people would use them more. Yeah, I don't use caches. I suppose I'm just lazy for that one and that one. Okay. Might be worth picking some rocks up there. There's some stones up then. We're gonna get an aurora. Ooh, coal. Do you know, I was thinking exactly the same thing. If I start doing rock caches, I put them in entrance and exits. Yeah, it keeps the weight off your back as well. Right.
Oh, I'm starving.
Oh yeah. Do. Not many calories, but enough. Yeah, got enough water. Got to see. Well, I've got to get to the high blind anyway, and that's tomorrow's. That's going to be tomorrow's objective, is getting the last Polaroid. But I also know that there is a shortcut. I think that might be it there. There's a shortcut from Spence Mansion. Check that backpack out. I think it's across that island. It's a shortcut to the old Spence family homestead. But it's in here that I'm going to be searching tomorrow, because I need that high blind and that backpack and that deer carcass. I've still got loads to search before I move on to the Broken Railroad. So, did I get that? Yeah, I got that deer carcass. 33 pounds is... yeah, it's about right. 15 kilos, yeah. That's a hell of a lot, actually. That's a hell of a lot. Compared to some of the things in there. Some of the things, anyway. Right. Let's get some sleep. And then I'll finish the stream. Right. How much charcoal?